What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 135 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
You guys are back together again. Jeremy
We are back together again.
The dynamic duo. Look at these two.
I smacked the mic. Yeah, the internet where I'm at is super ridiculously shitty. So I've decided for at least today, until I can figure out another option, I would come over to Jeremy's and we would I could do the podcast from here.
No, it's so if I'm here, you know what? We're gonna sit on the couch originally. I'm like, I don't want to feel like messing with all that. So
It was a process to get that whole thing set up last time.
It was like, I figured, you know what? Let's just be cozy.
Night Bodega says he misses the delayed Scott stream.
Yeah, I missed that. I was thinking about, like, even though I'm sitting next to Jeremy, being like, and I'm Scott.
And I'm Scott.
Just to freeze it for a second to be like, and I'm delayed. Well, like at work, there was a meeting where I had to talk, and like everyone was like, "Hey, are you there?" And I'm like, "I'm here," and they're like, "Oh, there he is." I'm like, "Fuck, it's doing it on this work one too."
I figured it would, right? It's not just like YouTube or whatever; it's your internet, man. Like you couldn't even work with that.
Yeah, you need to call. Like I said, you need to call the company, and then they'll
bitch
and bitch and moan because like I said it's preventing my work from actually being able to actually take place.
Yeah,
it's true.
So real quick, before we get too deep into it, let's give a shout out to the chat. We have Ed from Butt Wasted. We have Toys R Us Kid. We have Patrick. We have Asian Tony Stark. We have Manny Night Bodega. What's going on? We have Meg Stoker, Sean B, Toys R Us Kids, Dana. What is going on, guys?
Everyone's
Got Hockey. What's up, Hockey?
Hockey.
So I know everyone wants to go. Ed, you asked a question before the stream started about the pop thing. I know we're gonna tell you, oh, Larry made it. Larry made the image. I'm pretty sure it was like a stock image or he found it somewhere.
Yeah, I borrowed it from somewhere at some point. It's one of those things like
along with what I was talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those things like you occasionally stumble across a picture on the internet and you're like, hey, that's really cool. Maybe I can use it for something later. So I don't know whose collection that is, but I borrowed it. So
to be fair,
it's
you guys
like our stock waiting screen.
You guys probably have like an equally as impressive collection that you could make something similar.
Yeah, if I wanted to take all my stuff out of box and like put it out like that, I totally could, but I never have.
See, I told Larry to fake it and just say, hey, that's your pops that you had in a box somewhere.
I mean, I'm looking at them. I have a couple of them that are in there, right? I see the Simpsons are in there, but there's some I don't have, like Winnie the Pooh. Like there's some Disney stuff in there too that I don't have. But yeah, that's the origin story.
The origin. I love how we spent enough time like discussing the origin story of that. Thank you, Ed. That was.
Thanks for the question, Ed.
Yes.
Well, the funny thing is, I said I would have loved to have Larry said, oh yeah, I made it, and then someone in the chat's like, that's actually my photo.
Yeah. It's entirely possible. Yeah.
That would have been great.
I really don't remember where that came from.
Yeah. We have enough pop collectors in the chat that show up. It is very likely that someone could be like, that's mine. So
true. We could get in trouble fast. Copyright violations. We haven't said it yet, but it's been a week, right, guys?
It's been a week.
And we're back together again. Thanks to Scott for going over to Jeremy's house and still joining us.
Yeah. So I'm not after the fact, Scott.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm Scott.
And I'm Scott.
And I was more like, so anyway.
All right, so it's been a week, guys. Who has a week story? Scott, you've been discovering Austin. Tell us one of your discoveries of Austin.
So can I tell you that so for most people they don't know, I have the two dogs. I did discover that one of my dogs does not comprehend like potty time at all. Like he would go out and and in the old house we had a dog door, right? So they could go in and out whenever they wanted. They were on their own schedule. So now I would take him outside to go to the bathroom, and we'd go out to like the park, and I'd let him off his leash, and he'd stand there looking at me like, what do I do? I'm like, just go to the bathroom, and he would not do it. So this week has been retraining my dog to actually go potty outside. It is a thing I did not think I would ever have to do with a 3-year-old dog.
You forget how spoiled you kind of are sometimes when you have the dog door. You're like, man, this is great. I don't have to worry about it. And now that you are responsible.
So I'm on the 6th floor. So I literally have to take the dogs downstairs, walk across the street to a dog park to let them go do their thing. Like, it used to be just fuck it, go outside. Just open, go do your thing. Now I actually have to, it's like an event now, and it is annoying as shit at 6 a.m. when I get up to take the dogs out.
So the funny thing is, even in your new house, I said, you're gonna have to think about, do you actually go the doggy door out, because now you have the opportunity for raccoons and possums and rabbits.
So I was like, well, so we went and looked at the new house, and the back door is just the frame and then glass for
is it like mine?
Kind of like yours. So it's the whole thing is glass. So I was like, shit, I can't put a dog door in that one. But then I started thinking, I was like, do I really want to? Because I've run into several possums already out here. I'm like, they're gonna come right in that goddamn door, and I'm gonna the worst thing that happened in my old house with the dog door is the neighbor's cat came in my house one time at 2 a.m., which was a shock when my dogs were barking like there was an intruder, right? They knew something was wrong in the house. And so I came in and flip on the light, and there's this cat just being like, the fuck? In my house. That's not my cat. So I had to shoo it out the dog door.
Get away, cat.
Go away,
Get away.
go away. But I'm not touching a stranger's cat. So I was trying to just with my foot push the cat out the dog door.
So what you're saying is you're not touching a stranger's pussy?
Nope, not at all. Nope. Get consent, folks.
That was clever. That was clever, Jeremy. I like that.
Cheers.
This is why we shouldn't be together, by the way. If you haven't noticed,
it's already going downhill, guys.
Yeah, it's going downhill quick. We've only had one beer each too, so.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's good that you guys are together in Austin. Jeremy kind of gets to show you the ropes.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been very much enjoying just walking through downtown, because I've never lived in a legitimate downtown or even gone to a legitimate downtown. Phoenix is downtown it's too hot to walk around, and you can't just walk and explore that much. You walk, you're oh, office building. That's all it is.
It's true.
Ooh, open desert patch.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Here, the whole thing is
Tumbleweed.
The first floor is businesses, and then it's offices, on the second floor up. So everywhere you go, it's oh, cool, that's a bar. Oh, look, that's a restaurant. Oh, we'll have to try that place. I'm eating restaurant takeout way more than I would before, just because I'm oh, I gotta try this place.
And that's the thing, so things are just barely starting to open back up too. So so once things gonna go full-fledged open back up, that's the exciting time.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm slowly seeing bar and restaurant open up along the main strip of the downtown, that it's making me excited. I'm oh, I can finally go out places again.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. In Arizona, they started, a few weeks ago, probably early May, started kind of opening things back up. But I feel like people are almost getting too comfortable too soon, because, I was driving around today just doing errands and stuff. And I passed by a local bar, and it is packed. There is people shoulder to shoulder, getting drunk, and nobody's wearing masks. I'm just I'm a little afraid that we're going too fast back to normal. And then, Corona is going to hit us again.
Can I tell you guys a funny story about a guy on an elevator, though? So today, I'm taking the dogs down to go to the bathroom. Now, I'm not going anywhere but the dog park, right? I'm not wearing a mask. I have 2 dogs. It's just me. I hit the button on the elevator to go down. There's one person on the elevator. This guy has the mask, right? We get on the elevator. Dude just is fuck this, and gets off the elevator. And the door shuts, and I see him wait to push the down button. He was mad that a person without a mask got on the elevator and got off. I was you're taking it a little extreme, buddy. We're not. I don't know you. We're in an elevator. Etiquette is we ain't talking.
Well, and I think that's the thing, the weird thing too, just because so part of my it's been a week story this week is, like I said, I actually went down to a sit down restaurant for the first time in 3 months. It was super, super weird. fucking doing?
He's trying to get closer to the mic because
Yeah,
Manny
was saying,
Closer
he's
to the
like,
mic.
hey, yeah, Scott needs to get a little bit closer. You guys, it's like your sound kind of is like a wave. It's kind of like going in and then coming out.
Like it was fine, and then you touched it.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It's like going in and out.
Yeah,
Just
there
bear
we
with
go.
us, guys.
There we go.
You know,
Does that
we got
matter?
two guys sharing
Close
one
as we're
mic.
going to be able to get to this
Yeah,
mic
without like making out.
without
If you guys
going-
could just hug the whole time and talk.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
it sounds okay. Yeah,
We're
arms
fine.
around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
sound
so I went to I went to a sit down restaurant for the first time, like in like 3 months today, right? It was like the most awkward situation ever because it's like I forgot what to do on how to dine out. I'm like, okay, so I'm like, do I sit down or where do I sit down at? I'm like, do I wear the mask until I get my food? Do I not wear the mask until I get my food? Like,
Is there a hostess? Do I sit myself or do I wait for them to seat me? Like,
I
what
felt
do
like I was having sex for the very first time. I'm like, what do I do?
Where do I put it?
Where do I put it? Like, it's
I really want to impress everybody, but I don't know what to do.
I'm looking at my mask. I'm like, just like in pure like befuddlement. I'm like, what do I do with this? I'm like, I can't eat with it on, but I want to sit down at the restaurant. It was just a weird situation. So, it was actually nice to actually go to a sit down place and actually have some type of normalcy.
So here's a good question though: do they still do the refills
No,
for drinks?
they do not. So,
What?
yeah. So the place I went to, it's like, and they have to be like so pissed at this too. It's every time you get a drink, you have to get an entire new cup. I said,
So you
it's
still
an
get
entire-
refills. They just don't refill your existing cup.
They don't
Yeah.
take your old one away and
Yeah.
bring it back. They have to like bring you the new cup
A
every
brand new
time.
cup. I'm okay with that.
We're gonna call
Granted,
that
they
a
have to
cup.
wash more dishes, and it's bad for the environment. But as
Yeah.
long as I can get all the Dr Pepper I can drink, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
But then here's the I think the thing that's awkward about this whole situation though, it's that there's not like a 100% blanket rule of that everyone's following because everyone's kind of choosing to follow their own rules in their own way. Like, so for example, I could go to this place, sit down and eat just fine, right? But in order to basically drop off, like basically I said one of my dogs had to have a stool test done. So in order to drop off a piece of my dog's shit at the vet, I said I had to put a mask on, call a number ahead of time, go and drop it at the door, and then leave before someone would come out and grab it. Like,
Yeah,
My favorite.
there's definitely some places that are taking it further. You know, I feel like
My-
there's not a whole lot of enforcement probably.
My favorite one is the places that are like, you have to wear a mask. And then you go to check out and they're like, use the pin pad that every other person in front of you has used the pin pad and touched. Like,
Costco.
like yeah, like what? That's not
Really?
protecting anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
if one
basically
person has it,
Costco.
everyone you made, you didn't fucking clean that thing. I watched you.
Well, so yeah, I get that there's definitely like it's not a fully consistent like, okay, if you're gonna go crazy protective, then do it the whole way. Make me wear gloves in here. But what I do like, because you know that example really reminds me a lot of Costco. They're taking kind of like a no BS approach. So if you don't wear your mask, they will not sell you food, and they might even cancel your membership. They don't even really care. They're just like, all right, you don't want to follow the rules, you can leave. And by the way, cancel your membership on the way out. You know, I saw two guys one like, yes, that needs to be like a side part of the STS guys. But yeah, I mean, I just mean like, you know, there's definitely some companies that are really taking it far, and I think it's to be safe. They don't want liabilities. They don't want people coming back like, I got COVID in your store. But there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of enforcement to keep that regulation the same. And then, you know, what happened to the social distancing stuff? Because like I said, I went to that, I drove by that bar today and everybody is super close.
My favorite one was in elevators. So far, it's like, please social distance in the elevator. It's a fucking elevator. Like, it's less than 6 feet
Yeah.
in general.
Probably
Like,
most star.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
what, do you want us to go up one at a time? Like, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. Hey, so I'm going back a little bit, but Heather kind of answered this question, but Patrick asked an important question, I think. He wants to know, are the food trucks open in Austin?
Several of them are.
yeah, so like I said, it's hit and miss, but like I said, there's a lot open.
Super Burrito is open,
Yeah.
and that is one of my favorites. So we have gone there several times.
And one of my favorites is actually closed down their food truck, but then just bought another location, so they're actually gonna have a brick and mortar store. It's Tumble 22, which is this chicken place.
Oh,
I gotta take you to Tumble
We'll go.
22.
We'll go. You had me at Chicken Place.
Yeah,
like fried chicken?
yeah. Imagine like the best fried chicken you've ever had.
Lolo's?
No,
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
no. This is
Popeyes.
Tumble 22 is. There's no way to describe it.
All right.
Fried chicken sandwich.
It's it's
I-
amazing.
That sounds
So-
good. I mean, Texas does, chicken right. There's a lot of good chicken restaurants in Texas.
So flights to Austin are super cheap right now because I might have looked last week just to see. So just saying.
So are we going to have a 3-person in-person
We
podcast?
might have
soon?
to figure something out like sooner than later. Who knows?
I'm down.
I'm gonna
Just
feel
saying,
so
I have
left out here.
there's a spare room. You know,
No,
down-
yeah.
down-
3 guys in a mic.
in Hotel de Hannah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. We might have to find a second bike.
3 guys
I
in a
have,
mic
I
plus
I
one.
guess could stand behind you guys.
Yeah. I've actually stayed in Hotel de Hannah. It is quite comfy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Very cool. And there's
What are the
dogs. I love
And there's
dogs.
dogs.
So you guys went to a sit-down restaurant. Are there restroom rules?
Everywhere I've gone that's been the one thing that's still open.
I didn't have to use the restroom, so I don't know. It was just. I'm hoping it just gets easier after time. I got done eating, right? It was a nice time. It was just so weird. Like I said, it just felt so weird just because everything's been so close. Like even before going into the restaurant, I'm like sat in the car for a little bit. I'm like, wait, do we go in? Do we have the mask before we go in? But then like I said, you can't eat without the mask. So I'm like I don't know what to do.
Brain breaking. Yeah.
Right? You're breaking the law because you're not supposed to take your mask out outside. But
Well, and I just feel like it's really going to come down to how safe people really feel. So like maybe, some other guy doesn't wear his mask, but somebody else is. I feel like there's still a lot of people that are really scared to kind of go out right now.
So
So even
I
though-
can tell you, it's about 70% have masks on. The other 30 don't. Where I'm at here, like there's a very large proportion of people that do not have masks and just
So-
fuck it, I'll just go
so
wherever.
can you still get fined? Or
Yes.
is that kind of laxed? Oh, okay. All right.
Well, here's the thing. So you can still get fined,
Fine.
but it's
the rule is you have to go if you're going into a place, you can get fined.
Okay.
So most places don't let you go in, so it's okay.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, if you're outside of the restaurant or whatever, you're fine. Or if you're just walking down the street, you're fine because you're not in a place.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So yeah, all right, that makes sense. Patrick's coming up with good questions today. So he says when he finds himself in Austin, he always has to go get a chicken slammer at shortstop.
shortstop is good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, shortstop is good.
I've
feel
been
like
I've
there's
been
a
here.
lot of good
I've literally been here for like 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
really don't know any of all the food places yet.
Yes, shortstop is good.
Cool.
There's a lot of good
Um,
places to eat in Texas.
Oh, there's so many choice places.
Yeah, there's-
Well, I will
there's
say
quite
for my it's been a week. It's surrounding action figures, right? Surprise. I got a new action figure that I'm going to be doing an unboxing tomorrow. A
Wait,
sneak peek. It's a
Before you go through, isn't that a bingo square, Larry?
I think that is a bingo square. So if you forgot, go to podcastbingo.com/STS Guys and Gay. You can play podcast bingo along with us. Andrew, our friend, created the bingo square for us, and he's awesome. So podcastbingo.com/STS Guys.
best song.
So yes. So new unboxing video. What did you
check
say
it out.
you were unboxing?
It's the Mezco exclusive blade.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty sweet.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
It's like
that's a
a
cool thing.
really quick turnaround time. Like I think it went up for pre-order maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I already have it in hand, so it was
Nice.
super fast.
Yeah, sometimes they put those up early, so it's cool that you got it fast. I saw a new Wonder Woman
Yeah,
went
so
up for pre-order this week too.
yeah, I can go through some figure news. How about it?
Yeah, no, that they
Oh my
put
God,
an
oh my
other
God.
Wonder Woman.
Larry,
Yeah.
video thing. Nate's figure news. You need to make a video for
Nate's
it.
figure news.
Yes,
Okay,
Nate's figure news.
I'm totally
Can you
down.
make a segment?
I'll see what I
Please.
can do.
All right, thank you.
I love it.
Individual video segments.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I
Okay.
have to
I
work
got
it in
homework.
the way I can.
I got homework.
Hold on. Where's? I'm trying to find the new Wonder Woman too before I go.
Just like, action figure news with Nate.
No, it has to be like some like da-da-da-da-da, like news
breaking
flash.
news.
Breaking news.
Action figure news.
But then, Nate, send me a selfie of yourself. I will take this on. I will
right,
take
You
this
got
on.
it? All right.
I'm gonna have basically a fast swipe of Nate come in, like action figure news with Nate.
Manny said
we
Nate's
need a
figure
little
news.
picture of
like
Nate looking away and then being like,
Oh yeah. Like the news intro, right? They do that. Where you look away and you turn the camera.
Yeah, you're like,
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Like a
all right.
shitty little figure, and I'm just looking at it like,
Yeah.
All right,
Nate's action
so-
figure news.
Mezco put up a new Wonder Woman. This is the modern Wonder Woman. So they came out with the classic one, but I actually like how this one turned out a little bit more, I think, because the head sculpt's different. She looks really good.
Yeah, the costume's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got some great accessories, like most Mezco figures usually do.
Oops. I clicked off of that. Give me a second. I love the team up shop. So all these shout out to D Amazing. If you guys don't follow D Amazing on Instagram, he actually works directly with Mezco and has a partnership with them. They send him new figures, but he does all these shots.
Yeah.
So really great work. This one I love. This is so cool. The dark side.
Yeah.
But yeah, this modern Wonder Woman went up. I didn't pre-order this one yet just because I already have a Wonder Woman. I don't want to get another one, but I do really like the way she looks. So that one's cool. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but there's a lot of like Hasbro news. They did a lot of Star Wars figures. I don't know if anybody in the chat collects this stuff. I don't really collect Star Wars, but all the Rebels from the animated show, they're all there. And oops, that's Apocalypse. Got a Vader and a Luke. I'm not really into these, but
Wait, go back. Was there an Admiral Akbar right there?
yeah.
Yep.
There.
It's a
And
trap.
you have an Ewok right here. That's kind of
They're
cool.
pretty cool, and they updated the boxes. Like they've got cool art on the side of the box now,
Yeah.
which I don't think they had before.
It's kind of cool how they interconnect a little bit.
Yeah, like all the Rebels ones do for sure.
They all connect. Yeah, that's like a new boxing for Black Series. They used to be numbered, but it looks like they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah,
So
which is
Clone
cool.
Wars.
I like that Vader.
This Mando is really cool. It's the Beskar
Sure.
armor. So after he upgrades his armor.
Yeah, and Nate, I kind of remember a post from you on May 4th where you're like, "Happy Star Wars Day," but I don't have any Star Wars figures to take a picture with. I think you got to choose one of these ones because there's some really good ones, right? Like the Mandalorian, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper. You got to pick one of these, like Black Series, and you need to have a Star Wars figure for next May. Just
I know. I gotten some heat with my friends. Hockey, who's in the chat, sometimes we do these collaboration shots, and we'll get into a DM, and we're like, okay, what are we going to focus on? And everybody was like, oh, let's do Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I had to join in. I'm like, I actually don't have a Star Wars figure.
Can we
it's
do
just one of those
Ninja
old-
Turtles? Like,
Yeah, I know. Like Ninja Turtles, Batman, maybe, But yeah, I can't collect everything, man. I have to stop myself at certain points. Otherwise I would just, have figures.
I get it. But I think that for your action figure collection, you need at least one Black Series figure. I'm thinking Vader. You can use Vader for a lot of things, right? Vader versus Batman or something like you for especially like $20, you can't go wrong with that Darth Vader looks pretty cool. I think I have one Rey that I got because it was on sale on Amazon. They're okay. They're not quite as nice as the Legends. But like for $20, I'll probably grab that Darth Vader, throw it up on the shelf.
Yeah, I think a big thing about these new Black Series figures too, and which is probably a good time to jump on, is they're all using the digital face printing tech now.
Oh, cool.
So they're, sometimes you'll see the action figure's face and you're like, oh my God, it looks horrible.
Yeah. And some of those Star Wars ones are kind of bad, like
Really
the women
bad.
specifically, like Leia. And there's a Rey that I was at Target today. They had it on the shelf. And I'm like, that does not look like Daisy Ridley. So it's good to hear that they're improving stuff.
that looks like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah. When you're more sloth than Daisy Ridley, yeah, I don't want that figure.
It's the more Palpatine-ish twin sister.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry. Got a little bit too much.
Yeah, she's the ugly one.
Yeah.
She's
She indeed
There's
is.
a SH Figure Arts Wonder Woman, a new one, but I can't find any pictures of it. Where the hell is it? Let me see.
Manny's coming in with a good tip that Black Series usually goes on sale by October. Good to know at the Disney store. Good to know. Like I'm one for on sale action figures for the lines that like I don't collect or really have any interest in. But yeah, like if I can get a Black Series figure or Marvel Legends for $10 or less, I'm probably in.
Yeah, I said this I think in a previous week because I had gotten some figures from them. But GameStop every single week they are doing these crazy sales. Like right now, it's 75% off any GameStop exclusives.
Yeah,
and they make a lot of exclusive figures for GameStop.
They got to keep themselves from going bankrupt.
Yeah, I think it's
but 75% off, man. You're not really making any money.
Yeah, that's true. You're not. And like those Turtles figures that I got, they were originally $50, but I got them for $10 each. It's just like I almost feel guilty doing that because, like you said, nobody makes money. Nobody makes money on the GameStop deal like that.
Okay. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to that statement. So, Nate, why do you feel guilty? Like why?
It's almost like you're stealing it from somebody. Like,
true,
this is worth $50, and I'm only paying $10 for it.
They take a game that you sell to them. They'll sell for like $40, and they'll give you $2 for that fucking thing. Like, they're ripping people off. You can rip them right back off.
So Nate, I now know. Like I said, Nate, I said I respect you. I have to say I give you mad props because, like I said, now I know what kind of guy Nate is. Nate's the kind of guy he finds like, hey, wow, an Action Comics #1 at a garage sale, and then said some old lady has it for like tagged for like 20 cents. Oh no, ma'am, I can't buy this from you. Whereas me, like I'm negotiating. Hey, can I have it for $2? Can I have it for 2 cents?
Yeah, like the edges are kind of messed up. This is really old. I'll give you a penny for it.
Yeah.
Funny. If they're offering,
I will take full advantage of it, but it's almost like you just feel bad.
Not at all. No, I see. GameStop has run such a shitty model. Like, if I can rip them off in any way that I can, I will do it.
I mean, to be fair, you probably you weren't going to buy those figures for $50. Otherwise, you would have bought them by now.
That's
so
part of the reason why I never picked them up. Because
exactly. So they wanted your $10. They got your $10.
Yeah.
Wait. I got to rewind this.
We got the discussion. Jeremy and I are of the same mind.
Oh boy, I know what they're thinking. Why do you feel guilty?
Well, that and then I said I also know. I seem to remember a specific system that you use for games regarding GameStop.
That's different, Jeremy. That's different. You can return stuff at GameStop all you want. That's fair. That's their store policy.
Oh yes. I've loved GameStop for a long time because they have this what I call the GameStop rental. You can buy a used game at GameStop and return it within 7 days for whatever reason. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you return it within 7 days. So I used to do that a lot.
Maybe be like, I have this game. Like, cool, let's play the game. He's like, nah, I returned it now. I didn't like it. It's like, all right,
you still have that game? You just bought it like last week. Yeah, I returned it already. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got a different one. I'm going to return that one now.
I basically devote the entire weekend to trying to beat it, just so I can make sure I could return it on time.
Yeah.
Nate has this constant credit of about $60 that's just going game to game at GameStop.
I'm such a frugal bastard.
But I feel so bad for GameStop. I feel so bad.
I feel so bad for them. Feel bad. I'm going to rip him off where I can, but I feel real bad for him.
It's all facade, man.
Jesus.
But if you can get good action figure deals, then you got to jump on it.
But you'll feel real bad in the morning.
You'll feel like your wallet has gone to the max, because you're like, man, I've really maxed out what I can do with this wallet, right? Just like how HBO is maxed out their content with HBO Max.
Nate.
Segue.
Good job.
That was a good segue.
A segue so good, Scott couldn't even kill it.
I know. I was
gonna try. I was gonna try.
On. Nobody caught on. I was like, all right, I'm going with this.
Well done.
Go for it. Do it.
Ed, me, and Scott are wearing the official STS Guys Podcast T-shirt. You can actually get one on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
True. But yeah, so HBO Max dropped with some fire.
With some
Friends fire, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fire, and which I don't think has ever been streamed anywhere else.
I don't think so either. I remember hearing people, right, like, are seeing like a list of the most wanted shows not available on streaming, and Fresh Prince was always up there. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, it's weird because I don't know. Have you guys all used it, or who here has checked it out?
Because it's for free.
Jeremy checked it out. Scott, have you?
I have not, because I will have to pay for it until I come out here in the new house when it's done getting built. Because I'm going to probably go with the same internet Jeremy has because it's pretty cheap, and it comes with HBO, so I will be getting it soon.
Nice.
Like, you can't pass up that. Like I said, I literally cannot give up that value proposition. $50 for 1 gig internet with free HBO Max.
Yeah, not bad at all.
That's ridiculous. That's awesome.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. I mean, like, I had HBO before because I already watch a lot of it. But yeah, Max, if you have HBO now, which is weird. So this is one thing that really pisses me off about Max. It's not available on all platforms. So if you have an Amazon Fire TV that you use for streaming services on your TV, it's not available on that. Even though you can get HBO on that, it's not available on Roku right now. You can download it on your Android or your Apple device, or on your PlayStation. It's just like, I don't know. It's I feel like HBO is getting really scared to put it on like Fire TV because then Amazon has access to their content too. I don't know. It's kind of weird that they're limiting the service when it should be free if you're already paying for it. But that's just my gripe. Because I can't download it on my Fire TV, which is on my main TV in my living room.
It was the same thing though with Disney Plus when it first came out. Like, they were like, Amazon was like one of the few things, and then like it was like a week after it like showed up as like, all right, here's the Amazon app. Like, they caved. Like, Amazon just wants a piece of the pie to get the app on their platform, and eventually they'll get their piece of the pie.
And then just that way everyone else, there's workarounds to everything. So there happens to be a web browser that's in that's built into any Fire system. You just stream HBO Max through there. Bingo, you're done.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like Scott said, it's probably just early release type of thing. But for anybody that's not familiar with HBO Max, they've added basically a ton of content. They partnered with DC. They partnered with Sesame Workshop, which is weird, they do the Sesame Street.
Well, it's because HBO bought Sesame Street because because public broadcasting, I said, didn't have enough money to keep the show up anymore. So HBO swooped in and bought Sesame Street.
So, and that's how you have the Not So Late show with Elmo that's on there too. So there's like a kids late show that's hosted by Elmo.
Nice
on there.
Just
to know, Larry, you posted the link to the shirt. Print on demand because of COVID stuff is not going on right now. So a lot of the t-shirt companies, they're on hold. Here in a couple months, those shirts will probably be back up, but it's going to be a little bit before they're available again.
Yeah, for everybody watching, if you guys go to stsguys.com and then the STS Guys store link through that, there's actually, you can get like a baseball tee, you get a tank top, a hoodie. But to Scott's point, because of what's going on with COVID, if you do order one, expect a delay.
I think all the print on demand stuff is gone. Like they took down the listings.
Yeah, I didn't even look that close to see if you could add to cart or not.
Until their whatever their print on demand goes back.
But yeah, maybe it's probably delayed.
Yeah, it doesn't let you select. Okay, well, we'll let you guys know when those come back up.
I can't. I can click add to cart, but it's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything.
Scott and I need to work on some updated designs too, because this one, it's a little dark. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll.
There's also totally rad movie podcast shirts out there, including an awesome orange one that I highly recommend as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so those will all be back up soon, but it'll take just a little bit.
Yeah, lame.
Yeah, but we'll let you guys know once that start going again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thanks for the interest, by the way.
They're
We
only
love these
like
shirts.
they're just so you know too while we're talking about it. They're priced as cheap as we possibly can. Wasn't it like $12 or something, Scott? It was.
Yeah, it's whatever the cost was, and I added like enough money to make it so that we have like we get like 2 cents per shirt we sell. Like I was like, what's cost? And then I was like, just get it to where
it's not meant for profit. It's just meant for fans. If you guys want to support it, it's awesome. Yeah.
Like I can't price it exactly at cost, so I have to like do like 2 cents above. So
we appreciate it to the max. Anyways, going back to Max.
Yes.
Talking about the different hubs.
God damn, Nate.
Segue within a segue. It's like the inception of segues.
Nate is on fire with the HBO Max things.
You got the DC stuff added, which is pretty cool. And it's a little weird. It's almost like a slap in the face to people that have the DC app.
Yes.
Because Doom Patrol is available. Titans, I think Titans is on there too. They have stuff that's exclusive to the DC app, but now it's on HBO Max. So it's almost like, what's the point of having the DC app anymore?
It's got to be almost dead then.
Yeah.
Well, because doesn't the DC app also give you access to like digital versions of the comics, though?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, unless really, it's going to be you do the DC app only if you want the comics, because all their other content's somewhere else now.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess if you don't have HBO Max, it does make sense for them to put those shows on that one too, since there's that direct tie-in to the comics, right? So if you're a comics fan, you probably want to watch those shows, but maybe you don't want to pay for HBO Max and watch Friends. You just want to watch Doom Patrol. I don't know.
That's true.
It sounds kind of crazy, but like now that you guys explain it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, or they could just be trying to open the door to like, hey, this is some of what we have to offer on the DC app.
That too, since they're not brand new.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just more content, and I'm sure HBO Max needed some. It's kind of original content.
So here's the question: Doom Patrol, season 2 is coming out, right? So is it going to be like the new episode on HBO Max and the DC app at the same time, or is it going to be a delay before it gets to HBO Max?
I would imagine there's probably going to be a delay.
Here's the thing. So I think the DC Universe app is going to go away completely.
It's going to merge.
I think it's going to merge because I said if you remember, so Swamp Thing, how they basically said like they had basically renewed it. They said they had one season, they canceled it. It just got picked up by CW.
Oh really?
So yeah, so they're actually going to do a second season of Swamp Thing over on the CW.
Oh wow.
So. Well, and then if you start connecting all these dots, so the CW is basically a Warner Brothers property, which then now ties back towards, I said, because it's HBO and Warner Brothers, it's everything, all the Warner Brothers content is going to go on, I said HBO Max. So I honestly see a lot of these shows, once their licensing agreements, I said, kind of like run out, like so with kind of like other countries and other things like that, it'll start to migrate over to Max. Because like, for example, like Titans, over in the UK is on Netflix, versus its own app here, or maybe on the DC streaming app here. So I think that's why we're seeing some of these shows, but not seeing some of these other shows.
Interesting.
So a couple of people have commented in the chat to answer us. Doom Patrol Season 2 is going to stream on both apps, so that's cool. And Ed says about the Swamp Thing, CW is rebroadcasting the first season with the possibility of a second.
So they're trying to bring it back from the dead.
Yeah, if you remember, Swamp Thing aired on DC app, and then maybe a week later they said it's canceled.
Yeah.
Even though they let the whole first season go through, it's just like you killed it before you even had a chance to get off the ground.
Larry, can you pull it? Yeah, there you go. This is true. This is the other thing that I'm starting to be like, this is cable all over again. This is having to add I need packages, I got to get the entertainment package 1 and entertainment package 2 now, so I can get all these different things. Like, it's getting to the problem that cable is. I've gone back to pirating shit because there's too many exclusives. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
I saw a really funny meme that kind of really says this well, and it's Revenge of the Sith, the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin. and Anakin's burning on the ground, but it's a collection of streaming services. And then Obi-Wan's standing over him. He's like, "You were supposed to destroy cable, not join them."
See, I think it was problem was once cable started to lose money, those cable companies were like, "All right, fuck it, we're getting into that Netflix game because people don't give a shit about us anymore." And so everyone's out there to get their piece of that pie, and it's like, "Fuck, this is right where we were in like the early 2000s. Like, give us something different."
Money talks, man. And when people started canceling their cable, these companies got desperate. They're like,
what they're hoping is you sign up for something and you don't watch it, and you just keep paying that recurring monthly fee.
Yes.
So interesting point about that, though. This was weird because I saw an article about this the other day, whereas they're actually about to do a purge on Netflix for people who have not used their account in over a year. So have you guys seen this article or not? Yeah. So apparently, like, they said there's a whole bunch of people. I said they didn't disclose the exact number, but apparently there's a whole bunch of people who basically have a Netflix subscription, haven't touched it, and so that they're basically doing the nice thing and basically giving people notice and automatically canceling their accounts.
Well, good. They just let it go for a couple of years, though. That's fine.
That's interesting that they would be so generous in doing that.
That doesn't sound like a smart business decision.
It doesn't. And so I'm trying to, I said, I've been racking my brain to try to find basically, like, where's the upside to them in doing this?
It's almost like
they're getting their good guy hat on. They're putting their good guy hat on, hoping those people will be like, "Oh, my account got deactivated. I better go back on and start watching again."
Maybe.
It's what they want. They're trying to get people to get their shit together and come back.
Good guys never win, man. They're trying to do the good guy hat, like, "Oh, we're going to tell you that
they're putting the good guy hat on to trick people into thinking they're a good guy. It's all to get people to come back and start watching again.
They're hoping that people are like, "Oh, don't cancel it. I'm actually going to start watching it again soon."
Exactly. Yeah. It's all psychology.
No, they don't need a good guy hat. They need some good guy shoes.
Oh.
Froggy Fresh.
Hashtag Froggy Fresh.
Froggy Fresh.
Nice. Well, going back to what's on Max, because we still haven't got through all the content yet.
Nate really is stuck on this. The rest of us are like, let's go Max. Squirrel.
I'm trying to keep us pretty here, okay? All right. So we talked about DC, Sesame Workshop, which I don't really care about.
Did you say Sesame Workshop?
That's what it's called, Sesame Workshop.
Not Sesame Street?
The collection of stuff I guess they're offering is the Sesame Workshop. But it has everything to do with Sesame Street and the characters.
Okay.
Then there's Turner Classic Movies. So they actually have a huge selection of old movies. I'm just not, that's another thing I just don't care that much about. And then I was really interested to see what other content they had. And from here on, it's really all animated stuff. So you have Studio Ghibli, which, if you guys aren't familiar with Studio Ghibli movies, they're basically like really wide renowned, like Japanese animes, actually really cool stories. If you haven't seen any of them, you should definitely check out like Spirited Away or Kiki's Delivery Service or My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke. There's some actually really cool animes on there from Studio Ghibli, and it looks like they have the entire library, which I have never seen a Studio Ghibli movie available on any streaming service. So I'm actually really surprised.
I think a few years ago, a few of them were on Netflix, but they dropped them real quick.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because anime is so hot right now.
It really is. Now they have a lot of stuff from Cartoon Network, which like classic shows.
Steven Universe is on.
Yeah, you got Steven Universe, Powerpuff Girls. You got Dexter's Laboratory.
I was gonna say, if you get Dexter's Lab, I'm in. Like that.
Yeah. You got Ben 10 on there. I mean, like a lot of classic stuff, and it's a huge collection. Like all the seasons. It's not just one season. You've got like the entire show available. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what I was missing though, because like I said, it was supposed to be available at launch, but I looked for it and I couldn't find it because I wanted to. Because I always like to have like a background show on, like I said, when I'm like cleaning or like cooking or doing it or doing something. They were supposed to have South Park on there because they're supposed to be the new streaming home to South Park.
It's not right away. I think it's like August or something like that because they still have to wait for their contract on Hulu to finish out. So as soon as it's over. I think it's before the next season starts. It's going to get moved over.
Yeah, I think this is only the start. I think we're going to continue to see Princess Mononoke is fire. Thank you for agreeing, Josh. But yeah, definitely check out the Studio Ghibli movies. It's like, they have you can visit their studio in Japan. It's like a huge thing there. It always sells out. Their movies are really cool. So then following the Cartoon Network thing, there's Adult Swim, which, back in high school, that's like all I watched was Adult Swim. And they have all the classics. They have one of my favorite shows of all time, Space Ghost Coast to Coast is on there.
Yeah.
All the original episodes.
Give me some Brack.
Yes. Brack, Zorak. You got Space Ghost himself and all the funny people that they have on there. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. If you guys haven't seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it's a great comedy. More like a stoner comedy. You've got
Squidbillies.
Do what?
Squidbillies.
I think Squidbillies is on there. Boondocks is on there.
Oh yeah.
You have all of Rick and Morty on there.
Cool.
All of
That's
Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken
yeah.
is amazing. If you guys like action figures, you need to watch Robot Chicken. It's hilarious. Seth Green makes it so good. Metalocalypse. I never really watched it.
Oh my god!
Oh,
love me some Metalocalypse. I was really sad because I have Hulu, and only like a couple of episodes just like sporadically are on there. So yeah, having access to that will be great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Samurai Jack, which is another really great show. If you guys haven't watched it, I mean, just so much content. You could get lost for hours if you haven't seen this stuff.
Yeah, those are all kind of good. Just throw on and kind of just have on, like Jeremy said, like have on in the background kind of shows.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay super close attention to Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but it's cool to just throw on because there's a ton of content.
Yeah, Night Bodega Robot Chicken is hilarious. Robot Chicken is one of those shows I kind of just stumbled across late at night one night and ended up loving it. I think I've seen every episode of that show. It's so great.
So Josh brings up
2021.
Yeah, Josh brings up C-Lab 2021. One of the shows that like kind of pioneered the Adult Swim, like watching C-Lab and like
C-Lab is a Adult Swim staple.
Heather wants to know more about
Metalocalypse. So Metalocalypse.
Let me.
So it follows the fictional. Well, I guess they're a real band technically, but the fictional band Death Clock, and their adventures. It's
like a heavy metal band, right?
It's a heavy metal band, but they're all animated. But they actually go on tour. But you don't actually, when you go to the concert, you don't see the people playing the music. They put like videos of the animated band playing the songs instead.
They're behind a screen or something.
Yeah. So it's
Harvey Birdman from Patrick Cusack. That's a great call out.
Harvey Birdman.
That's a deep
attorney at law. Yeah.
Harvey Birdman's actually not on there yet, but I hope they add that later because that's definitely another one.
I think that one's I think part of it's still on Hulu right now because they still had some of the partnerships still going.
Nice. Yeah, so a lot of great content already. And then there's actually 2 more hubs. So these are all the different hubs. So you select these, and then it shows you all the content for that hub. So the next one is Crunchyroll, which if you are into Japanese anime, you probably are familiar with Crunchyroll. I don't know a lot of those Japanese anime shows. I don't watch nearly as much as some people. But they have a lot of stuff that I've heard of before. And if you're into that stuff, there seems to be a crap ton of content.
Cool.
So that's cool.
One thing you mentioned the hubs. I said I really like how it's organized.
Me too.
So I like because here's the thing. So I know the general like genre of something I want to watch, or the general kind of like area, right? And it's easy. Like, hey, I want to go and watch this, or like, hey, you know what? And I kind of like their little like vignettes that they have too. Like, oh yeah, here's everything about the Joker. And so basically it has the Killing Joke, it has the animated, it has Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, it has Batman 1989. Like I said, it has like everything to do with like Joker, right? Or if you want to go down to Batman, or if you just want to look at DC as a whole. I actually like the interface. It's actually probably one of my favorite interfaces from out of all the streaming services.
I think they really learned a lot from HBO because not only on top of all these hubs we're talking. The update on my phone was like seamless. You just had to update the app.
We're back.
Yeah, like we all dropped.
Yeah, that was weird. But what was I talking?
Maybe because as Jeremy popped up some news, there's apparently some cars on fire in downtown Austin.
Oh, great.
So
There's storms here, so we got a little bit of everything. Nate, I think you're talking about HBO Max.
I was talking about HBO Max. Segue to the Max. But yeah, Jeremy talked about Batman. They have every single Batman movie, all the live action ones.
Cool.
And if you guys haven't seen the Dark Knight Returns animated films, there's part 1 and part 2. Probably some of the best anime movies I've ever watched. I actually just rewatched those recently. Amazing movies.
No, Nate, when you text earlier about HBO Max, that's actually what I was watching. I was watching part 1 of Dark Knight Returns.
I just finished part 2 last night.
Yeah, because I'm like, I actually own the Blu-rays, but I'm like, since it was streaming, I might as well turn it on because like I love.
Nobody wants to get out of Blu-ray.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out. I haven't seen it since then. So when I saw it on there, I was like, okay, this is a must. And you got Peter Weller playing Batman. It's just, the story is so good. You guys got to watch it if you haven't seen it. So last hub channel on there, which is really cool, totally unexpected, Looney Tunes.
Oh.
And I'm not just talking about like 1 or 2 different Looney Tunes things.
wait,
You've got
are the old racist ones on there?
all seasons of Looney Tunes, every single episode of Looney Tunes. So if you have kids, you could literally just turn that on and leave them for probably 3 weeks, and they still wouldn't get through all of it.
Summer project.
It's crazy, man, how much content is on here. So
Do kids like Looney Tunes anymore though? Like, so like if you show kids like Looney Tunes today, like so like I don't want to watch this. This is stupid. Like, so give me my YouTube.
It's funny to say that.
It's hard. Yeah, like at a certain point, I can get my kid to like watch old stuff, but for the most part, she's like, "Give me the YouTube." Like she'd rather watch prank videos or like people doing life hacks. I'm like, that doesn't fucking work. Like that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Really out of tune with kids. Then I'm like, yeah, your kids will like this. But no,
probably not.
I'm looking through. There's, I guess, 28 seasons. I'm trying to find the first one. So let's see.
Damien from Geek Together's kids approve of the Looney Tunes. So
I'm just saying, I got to go back through and look at because there are some real bad ones from back in the day.
Especially you think like Japanese, right? Were they?
Oh yeah, like
World War II stuff. They weren't very nice to like Asian people.
Season 4 is from 1938.
Yeah.
There are some bad ones. Although I did find there's an old Donald Duck cartoon where he was a Nazi. I don't know if you guys knew this. Like, you look it up, the Donald Duck Nazi thing. Like,
Wow.
He puts on like an SS uniform and everything. Like, it exists.
Crazy.
It
is from 1960.
Larry, pull it up.
Oh yeah. We are not going to share that.
Yeah. Just pull up a picture. Just find a photo and pull it up, please. Like, to let people know that I'm not bullshitting. There is a Nazi Donald Duck.
Share your screen.
Boom. Nazi Donald Duck.
Mein Kampf. There he is. I remember that episode.
Yep.
I remember watching that.
Not okay, Donald. It's not okay.
Yeah. So...
So I think, if me and Jeremy had to rate it, I'd give it a solid 5. It came out with a bang. And
5 out of 5 or 5 out of 10?
I would say 5 out of 5.
When did we ever do out of 10? We always do, like...
There's a difference.
We literally had a discussion about we had to actually come to a consensus about our rating system.
Right. I should say like a 4.7 just to make it really complicated.
Yeah. I'm honestly, for right now, I'm a 4 out of 5. So
Okay.
I'm not a 5 out of 5 yet. Because I like, even though there's, I think it's right now, like I said, it's just because there's so many things like kind of in mid contract with something else. It's suffering the same problem Disney Plus has right now, right? Yeah. So it has, like I said, this incredible back catalog of different stuff, but there's nothing new. Yeah. So all the HBO Max new series, like I said, it's all stuff who cares about. No one wants to watch.
Yeah.
Like it's all
anything that you want to watch is like a year out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I kind of knock it down just a little bit. Just I'm like, yeah, it's great that it launched. It's great that we have a great catalog of different stuff. because I think Disney Plus, like I said, that's what got people hyped about Disney Plus. But then once I got Disney Plus, like okay, I watched all the old stuff I wanted to watch, but I want to watch something new, and there's nothing there.
That's kind of what I was
what's there, you
thinking.
burn through quick.
Really great point. I think that's probably one of the reasons it really sold me, because I have way more nostalgia for the stuff that's on HBO Max than I did for like Disney. So I started looking at all the hubs and like, oh, this is amazing. But yeah, great point. I mean,
pull up the Manny question. I'm sorry. I'm killing a segue at this point. We're answering this one here. There's this theory going out that like Jerry they only fought each other. They're actually best friends to keep it like Tom so that he wouldn't get replaced by another cat. You say that, but there's a couple ones where they did some fucked up shit to each other that you're like, dude, even if you're friends, you don't do that to a friend. Like, like body parts getting cut off and that sort of thing. So
Tom tried to eat Jerry quite a few times.
Several times. The one where he takes him and rolls him up in a cigarette and then lights it and like smokes the cigarette. Like they were not actually friends.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it before, but Doctor Who's on there too. I'm looking at it right now.
Some Doctor Who fans in the chat, like Ed, who points out that Disney Plus did recently fix the ratio on The Simpsons one day this past week. So that's cool. So now you can watch the modern day Tom and Jerry, Itchy and Scratchy, in the original ratio.
That's good, Larry.
Sometimes.
Very clever.
So
yeah.
What were we talking about?
Yeah,
HBO Max.
Was it HBO Max?
I think,
yeah.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of things, something that's really keeping people there at least until they see it is the Snyder Cut's coming. Who has Ren and Stimpy? I think that's a Nickelodeon product.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Viacom, and they're the next one that's gonna have their own.
Ren and Stimpy would be great though.
Streaming thing coming up.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But yeah, I mean that's I think that's all the content. All the Harry Potter movies are on there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen a Harry Potter, but that's cool
Neither
for people who love Harry Potter.
Neither have I.
We've had this
the
conversation
first two,
before.
and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Only Harry Potter fan out of the four of us. Just a huge nerd.
People love it.
Wizard Harry.
Yo, Wizard Harry.
Yeah, Wizard Harry.
You know what we should do? Just because since like I said, either A, we've never seen the first movie, or B, we don't give a shit, or only one of us is really a fan. We should do a commentary track.
Do that. Yeah. I would be so
the first Harry Potter movie.
A Harry Potter episode.
A Harry Potter episode.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
See the first I don't know, the first two are fairly young feeling. So I think maybe
dude, I watched the first two and were like, this is fucking dumb. So I'm not watching any more of these.
I know where you're going, Nate. You're saying the later ones are more mature content.
Yeah, the later ones I think are much better. At least in my opinion, they're way more mature.
Yeah, but if you just try to watch those ones, you'd be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Except for number 3. Yeah, number 3. Yeah, it has its ups and downs. I mean, 1 is cool because it's like, oh, well, this is the first one of the, it really nails.
Get my mail by owl. Oh.
I will say that.
Yeah, but see, so even though we haven't seen too much Harry Potter movies, I know most of the characters and stuff. I feel like I could jump in to a later one and I'd probably be okay. Right?
Well,
I know Harry. I know that ginger guy. What's his name?
Ron
Rupert
Weasley.
Grint.
Yeah, Weasley.
I know that the one that's supposed to be didn't she turn an adult film star or something?
Hermione?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Hermione.
Yeah.
It's just that person that went the wrong direction of child actor.
All right, Nate. Okay, what would be the Harry Potter movie that would sway us? It's like, hey, you know what? We would love this series.
Gosh.
Okay, no, the fact that it took you that long means there is not one.
I'm gonna say probably number 5 is my favorite, just because.
But again, would I know? I know what's going on in number 5 without watching 1 through 4?
You might. You probably won't. Actually, the story is very complicated, so you probably won't know what's going on. But number 5, the reason why I like it is probably because the very end. It's the first time you ever get to see Albus Dumbledore and Voldemort go against each other in battle, and it's like an epic battle. So.
But Dumbledore is the old white-haired guy, and Voldemort is the weird gray alien-looking dude.
Basically, you think of Dumbledore as the best good wizard, and Voldemort is the best bad wizard.
Yeah, but I thought Harry was the best wizard.
Well, Harry does become the best wizard, but
So,
you know,
so you're
Dumbledore.
saying it's like
Nate trying to explain this to the three of us is absolutely amazing.
so it's like Obi-Wan versus Anakin, right?
Or
Is that what
Obi-Wan versus Vader.
Exactly.
Obi-Wan versus Vader, right?
Yeah, because Dumbledore helped train Voldemort, and then he went bad. Yeah.
Stole George Lucas's idea.
Yeah.
Who has Hogwarts?
Who has Hogwarts? That person didn't register.
Dumbledore definitely has got him.
He's got those
I'm right now.
Damien nailed it.
Hockey.
And there might be a cream for Hogwarts. Just
There is. My doctor gave it to me.
Okay, so Sean B, answer your question. If there's one Harry Potter, maybe number 3. Maybe number 3.
All right. So let's watch number 3.
Okay.
All right.
And
That's one I haven't seen, so I'll make fun of it.
We'll do a Harry Potter episode, and we'll talk about our thoughts about.
All right.
And do some
I like
commentary.
it.
We'll do some commentary. Jeremy and I will watch it. We'll write some notes down, and we'll bring our notes to the.
Is this going to be next week? We're going to Hogwarts.
Oh man,
there's nothing else to talk about next week.
Yeah, everything's still fucking shut down. Like,
yeah.
All right, so somebody, maybe we let the chat vote. Which one do you guys want us to talk about? Somebody already said number 3. Is there any other suggestions? Which Harry Potter movie you want us to cover?
Yeah, come on. We're relying on you guys to give us ideas, or else we'll have an episode like this one.
The one where we talked about HBO Max.
Yes. Oh, the prequels. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
There's Harry prequels?
What?
Again, that sounds like another disease. You got Hogwarts
Harry
prequels.
I knew a girl who had Harry prequels once. It was dangerous.
Somebody says Goblet of Fire. Not my first pick, but not a bad pick.
All right. So like I said, so are we sticking with number 3?
Number 3 is the one with time travel, Manny.
Number 3.
All right.
All right. So number 3, we're talking about Harry Potter 16 years after it came out.
Hey, it's new to
The movie from 2004 that none of us have seen.
The lowest viewed episode yet.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, all right. That's a challenge.
I like it. It's a good random thing. So,
And if you get on Max, they're all on there.
yeah.
So, Jeremy, since I don't have mine yet, I'm gonna have to come borrow yours because we're looking at it. I'm not paying $3.99 for that shit.
No. Yeah.
We'll have a screening.
We'll have a screening. Yeah.
Oh,
So come over early next weekend. We'll have a screening before the podcast.
So where does so I see the Jetsons and Flintstones is on here. Where does that fall under? Is that like Looney Tunes stuff or
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, it's gonna be Hanna-Barbera area.
So that's under maybe Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Because I think Flintstones was on Cartoon Network at some point recently, if I'm not
And the
mistaken.
Jetsons, man, talk about classic. I am such a sucker for nostalgia. 1962, the first episode of the Jetsons.
So, but somebody here.
Scott's eating experiences in Austin.
So pull up when the Jetsons was set. Like, what was the setting, the time setting of the Jetsons? This is gonna get you guys.
Probably like
2062. So we're only 40 years away from the setting of the Jetsons with the flying cars and all that.
We're not going to make it, guys.
Yeah, I don't.
We were supposed to be in Back to the Future 2 5 years ago.
I think we might make it.
I think there's a chance. 40 years is a long time. We're not even 40 years old.
We're going to live in the clouds, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance. Well, because here's the thing. So, like I said, I was literally I went rabbit holing earlier today, and I clicked on one video, then it led me to another video, then all of a sudden that there's this company that's in Japan right now that's I said they just launched last week their first human drone transport system. So literally, it's like a taxi cab. You get into it and it flies you across across the island of Japan.
Can we bring up? My wife just brings up an interesting thing here.
Self-driving cars?
Is Thundercats on?
Oh, Thundercats.
Wait,
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oh!
I don't think Thundercats is on there, unfortunately. Wait, did you say that Jetsons is set in 2060?
2062.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna be a bunch of old 40 plus years on all of us.
Yeah.
I want to be dead.
Society
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't making it to
but
2060.
I don't know.
We're gonna be in our 70s around that time.
I think I got a good 60 years in me, and that's about when this husk is gonna give out.
STS
So-
Guys, episode 500.
Yeah, I said my family genes aren't so to say the strongest.
Yeah, to get me there, it's going to be a stretch, but we'll see. We'll reconvene in 2062 for the year of the Jetsons.
It's gonna be a reconvening of two.
Whoever's still alive. It might just be
Yeah.
two of you guys.
Or from the cemetery.
That or maybe shit my pants, one of the two. Like so that one time.
Yeah. As an adult. Oh boy.
I got the poop diaper.
All right, Larry. So I think with that, I think it's time.
You know what I keep forgetting to remind people of? That you should follow us on Twitter at STS Guys. And we're also on Instagram at STS Guys. And don't forget about Scott Jeremy's favorite Facebook at the STS Guys. And I am Larry from the STS Guys. Chilling like a villain.
Really, Nate?
Nate.
You know you need some Funko Pops. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there that you can pre-order from Shumi. And guess what, guys? Listen up. I know I say this every week, but this time it's important because Shumi just announced $5 flat rate shipping. That's right. You can order as many Funko Pops, as many Fig Pins, as many Nintendo droids, or all the cool stuff they have at shumistore.com. As many things as you want. $5 shipping. That's an awesome price. Go check it out. shumistore.com. And guess what? If you enter code STS, guys, you're going to save 10%. You should also go to Animated Apparel Company, get yourself a new t-shirt or an awesome Deadpool hat like Scott's wearing right now. Enter code STS, guys, and you're going to save 10% there, and you're going to get free shipping. Animated Apparel Company, it's the best.
It's the best.
And don't forget to check out our friends who also have podcasts. They're probably not doing a Harry Potter episode next week, but you should totally check out Talkin' Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, The Tyler G Show, Toy Photocast, Four Dorksmen, Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, The Average Nerd Podcast, Movie Retakes, 3 Beers, and a mic. And don't forget the Totally Rad Movie Podcast with me and Scott will be back sometime this summer.
Yeah, this summer. Once I have an internet that lets me stream.
One day.
One day
It's not
soon.
dead yet.
One day I'll be a real boy.
I'll be a big boy. That's what happens. Yeah.
Danny says we should make an STS Guys shirt that says "It's the best" as our logo.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a nice one.
That is a good idea.
Manny, where can we see you all? Where can we follow you all and get more info?
Here
Every Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh boy.
All right, take it out, Jeremy.
Thanks for joining us
Yes.
for episode 135 of the STS Guys. I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, I've been Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
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 I'm supposed to click something.
Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Hit the right button.
Bingo!
Can't wait for Harry Potter next week. It's going to be a clusterfuck.